Sucking on my own dick. Yeah, you know I'm sucking on my own dick. Sucking on my dick. Everybody's sucking their own dicks. Sucking on our own dicks. Everybody's sucking their own dicks. Sucking on our dicks. Yeah, you know I'm sucking on my dicks.
Wait, so you would Febreze yourself instead of using cologne?
I didn't want to spend money on cologne. What was it? I was working at a kiosk in the mall. This is when I was like real greasy.
Mm-hmm. You're at the mall. You can get cologne.
Yeah, I didn't want to spend the money. I was out of line.
No, you can just like every day go to the kiosk where the dudes are selling
and
cologne.
be like, yo, hook me up.
Like, hey, can I sample this?
I don't know. There's so many things I did not know that you could do. Like, it literally just amounts to like,
I thought that you just had like, I thought you had a sense for grifts. That's always been my handle on you.
Yes, but solitary grifts. Like grifts, like when I'm left. Now I'm great at like grifting to people's faces, like getting what I need from people. It sounds insane. I'm talking about like free samples with Tom at the fucking Vons, you know, which we do every time. We're just like, how long have those chicken tenders been out there? And then this time, literally, the guy...
I'm imagining you guys dressed in, like, full hacker gear.
Yeah, we do. Yeah. And this time, the guy even...
Just eating one slice of American cheese, we're in.
Yeah. The guy even kind of rolled his eyes. And he was like, yeah, right. He's like, oh, you guys want to taste? Because I know you got to have that taste to make sure they're fresh, right? And we were like, we do. We really do. But I didn't... Like, as far as going up to somebody and, like exploiting free samples, that would be tougher for me because that's like a grift to somebody's face, even though they can't do anything. So I don't think I thought about that. I was good at, like I've talked about it before, I was good at just, like, falling asleep in the middle of the mall and just not being bothered.
A real life hack.
A real fucking life hack.
A lot of people don't know this, but it's impossible to be arrested if you're asleep because they have to read you your rights. So,
didn't hear him.
Yeah, if you cover your ears, take a nice long nap. I didn't hear my Miranda rights. Looks like I am free to go for this murder. That's how OJ got off.
He just started going to sleep.
Yeah,
like OJ, he's going to sleep.
He was all tuckered out, took himself a nap.
That's why the chase was so slow. He was gradually falling asleep at the wheel.
Yeah,
which again, home safe. Technically a crime, but if you're sleeping at the wheel, they can't really do anything about it.
Do you think that if there was a police chase and you managed to get out of your car like at a Little League field, round the bases, and slide into home before they arrested you, I think you're technically a cop now. They give you your gun.
The cops would just throw their guns on the ground like, God damn it!
Yeah, all the cops throw their guns on the ground. They all go off.
All the guns go off. The cops just start eating their hats.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that's actually how that works.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, it's been a while since I've seen an officer of the law throw his hat down in frustration, and by a while, I think I'm just thinking of the Dukes of Hazzard.
Just the Dukes of Hazzard. Well, so to get back to because I guess there's like a two-parter to this. I loved coming up with ways to get around things that as a civilized man you're supposed to do, but I was like, you don't have to, I would always have these things where I was like, you don't have to do that. Let me show you the real way.
Well, cologne isn't like a required.
Yes, but but I mean, you should smell good. Or I'm sorry, I was even sometimes replacing.
All you have to do is not smell bad. You don't have to smell any particular way.
Well, I should specify. There were also definitely days when I like woke up late and just didn't shower or use deodorant, and I would just spray cinnamon Febreze on myself. Instead, yes, cinnamon Febreze.
It appears Nick has had a big breakfast.
Well, here's why. And then literally the girl who worked at the kiosk across from me, she would like come over and talk to me because we would just be bored all day, and she'd be like, "You smell great today. Like, what are you using?" And I was like, "Oh, it's just this. I don't know. It's this new thing I borrowed from my friend, cinnamon Febreze." I was using my mom's Febreze because I was still living at home, getting compliments on it. But there were a lot of things like that. Like I had I had long hair, and my hair was greasy. So I think
we talked about this last step, how boys yearn to have long hair for some reason.
We learn to have long, dirty hair.
And no one wants us to do it. And by the time there's no one to stop you, it's too late.
For good reason, too. Well, so I would get like this acne on like the side of not around, but on the side of my face. My hair would cover it. And everybody...
Was it from the hair?
It was from the greasy hair.
Yeah. From your greasy hair tickling the old skin.
Well, it's also because like for a long time I had, and now my skin is, you can't even see the scars, but like I had like bad acne. But all throughout high school I had greats, like while all of my friends... I was such an arrogant fuck. While all of my friends were like struggling with massive breakouts, I would literally taunt them by like rubbing pieces of pizza on my face and going, "Watch, nothing's gonna happen." I would like rub greasy food on my face to tease them, and then there wouldn't be pimple. But then it caught up with me.
What a like mean girls thing to do.
It's even weirder
It's
than
like
that.
it's like a very flamboyant taunt.
Yeah, it was. I mean, I
I'm
was
imagining you in like silks.
it's just like decadently rubbing
Just decadent-
the worst food.
Yeah, just drinking like waste grease.
I mean, that's basically what I was doing. Mm-hmm. But so in all my friends, like I would show it to them. They'd be like, "Nick, they're like, do you put like pimple cream on that?" I'm like, no, you don't use pimple cream. Just rub like when you're in the shower, wash shampoo on your zits. Like get shampoo on your zits and it'll dry them right out. And they're like, "Whoa, does that work?" I was like, "Yeah, it fucking works." It did not work. I had zits for a long time, but I just decided for some reason, with no evidence, that I had figured out like a better way.
Yeah, I mean that makes sense.
To the point where like, I mean, I eventually it's still a picture on Facebook because it popped up in a memory where like there was a picture of me from the side and you could see some of my zits, and one of the people that I had said that to commented under it, "Shampoo that shit, baby." Just,
like
just fucking
9
taunting
years
me.
later.
Yeah,
fucking
no, it was then. He did it like a couple weeks after.
I was imagining someone you bullied in high school hated you so much that he checks your way back machine every day.
Yeah.
He's just like, "All right, Nick, what, you think you're gonna have a podcast? I'm gonna cancel you, bitch,
For having for lying
fucking
about
Maryland. You fucking princely bitch on your on your." I'm just
on my
imagining
throne,
you
on my high horse,
on like a big pile of pillows at all times.
like the Princess and the Pea.
Yeah, that's what I'm imagining you as.
Yeah, that would be pretty fucking dead. But anyway, yeah, I just decided all of these things that were not based in reality at all, and then would like lecture people about them.
You've done this to me also.
Oh, now they're based in reality. Now I've gotten. Listen, it was a fake it till you make it kind of situation. All right, I wanted
Where
to
now,
be a grifter.
now you have all the world's knowledge.
I have all the world. Well, I fucked up bad enough that now I actually know. I'm like, look, you can't be.
Yeah, like in high school, you were just talking shit. And then, you grew up, became homeless. Fell on some rough times.
I really manifested it. Let's be honest. I wanted to be I wanted to be like a bard or a sage.
Yeah, you're like, I want to be wise. I'm imagining you with a vision board, and on that vision board is just a fucked up Honda, like Honda SUV covered in spider
Covered in
webs.
cobwebs.
Yeah, the car that nature retook.
It's completely reclaimed my car.
Yeah. You were probably a week from like coming back to your car and there was just a bear in it.
I mean, I'm amazed that it wasn't full of hornets. Although I fucking do.
That'd be funny if you had to live in a car full of bees and shit.
There was a guy that I knew in high school who had bees in his AC unit or his radiator in the car, and they could not get them out because it's hard to get fucking bees out of your car. And so they would just
Bees do not want to leave your car.
They don't want to leave the car. And so when we would drive on Ritchie Highway, he couldn't go above like 30. And one day I was like, "Why are you driving so slow?" He's like, "I can't go above 30 or else the bees get mad and they start to come out." The bees will start like flying through the
He's
car.
driving a cursed car.
He's literally driving a possessed car.
Your car's going to get pissed off. Hell yeah.
Yeah, dude. Like, imagine if there was if suddenly like a colony of ants just started determining shit in your life.
Well, that's Isaac's life right now. We got to have him
fuck.
on to explain that.
I do want to have Isaac back on.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, let's have him back on soon. We're going to have Isaac Hirsch back on. He was on a couple episodes, and he was evicted from this house, and, his day of reckoning has come. So he's going to come and confront me about that.
And now he has to live amongst spiders.
He just lives slowly. The bugs are overtaking his body.
It's gonna.
I'm imagining the bugs, like, they're just gonna like eat his hand and become a hand.
Yeah, dude. It has to suck to have to reach an agreement with the spiders in your house, just to figure out a way to come to terms with all the bugs.
Because they were there first,
Oh, for sure. Well, technically,
Mm-hmm.
I don't think spiders have been here as long as Isaac has in the world. I mean,
well, yeah. I mean, Isaac is older than the spiders. That's
Right.
true.
but the spiders represent something. That spider
Yeah.
community has been here for. Yeah, you're right. I get it.
Yeah. What do you think evolved first, arachnids or humans?
Arachnids for sure.
Yeah, so they were here first.
Yeah.
On a cosmic sense.
Anything that still has more than 2 eyes was definitely here first. I don't know the science behind that, but I just feel like that's true.
I'm
It feels super
I'm
true.
looking deep within my damn gut right now.
If you have more
and
than 2 eyes, you're
Boy, does
definitely...
that you're fucking old, dude.
You're old.
Mm-hmm.
It's like counting it's like rings on a tree.
Yeah, yeah.
Something has a fuckload of eyes.
Mhm.
It's old.
Yeah. You know. We're still fighting the war, you know? Apes against lizards.
That's true. I forgot.
Yeah. It's been going on forever. And you know, now they run Congress. So we're gonna have to deal with that. But you know, me personally.
You personally will be dealing with it.
I think that the reptilian conspiracy is real, but I think there's only like 4 of them, and I think they're after me only.
That's not where I thought that was going.
That's my thought. Where, you know, one day I'll just be on the news fighting lizard men. And then, you know, things will cool down after that.
It would be so funny if, like, Alex Jones is right about the reptilian conspiracy, but they just kill you, and then they go back into their portal like, that's all we wanted.
Yeah, yeah.
Why'd you guys protect him for so long?
We just hated that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, the mechanical elves come out of the portal.
The machine elves. Yeah.
The machine elves, they shepherd the lizard men away. And they say, finally, we got him.
Jesus, what took you guys so fucking long? It's like, yeah, people were protecting him. He was hard to see.
Yeah, he was very small. It's hard to shoot him with a gun because the target is so small.
Man, what if that's why you're so little? They, like, fucked with the embryo.
Oh, yeah, that's probably it. Probably what happened is that I, a hero, somehow went back
You're
through
like John Connor.
Yeah, it was like a Twin Peaks: The Return, multiple timelines thing where I went back, made myself smaller. Now everyone's just reading like microfiche machines, just like, was he bigger? I remember it, but there's no evidence.
It's the Mandela effect.
Yeah. Everyone's like, I remember Brendan being 7 feet tall and very jacked.
Yeah.
And now he's just this weird little pot-bellied fella. And that's fine. That's fun for everyone.
It would be, man, it would be so frustrating to like fully see an alternate timeline of yourself where like one thing changed and you were like a normal man. Taller than me even.
It's just like it's that Dexter movie where there's the different hymns. And
Ego
one of them,
trip.
Yeah. One of them is like jacked.
That movie rules.
Yeah, I am definitely standard Dexter.
You actually definitely have big Dexter vibes.
Mm-hmm.
You know, huge. Except you're not intelligent.
No.
The main thing that makes that combats his minuscule size.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, is his intelligence. However, I do have secrets in my room. That is what I have.
You do,
similar to him.
Yeah, you do have secrets in this room.
Mm-hmm. Let me ask you, Nick. How many swords are in this room?
Is there a sword in this room?
Perhaps there is.
No, wait. I thought that it was downstairs.
Well, yes, one of my swords is downstairs.
I don't think that you let anybody else know that you got another sword.
No, and that was deliberate.
Brendan,
it is very important to have an organized system of swords.
it's important to have an emergency sword behind glass.
It's important to have one shitty sword that everyone knows about.
And a contingency sword.
And then you have one superior sword that only you have seen.
You have to have a false sword.
Mm-hmm. It's like basically the system is it's like Chekhov's gun where you're running to get it off the wall and I'm already shooting you with a bigger gun.
It literally is like, yeah, whoever your enemies are, they're going to take your sword and say, we've disarmed you, Brendan. You'll go, oh, have you? Mm-hmm. And then you unsheath the real sword.
Yeah.
Is it the same style of sword, or did you go nuts and get like a broadsword? Did you get the sword from like Final Fantasy VII that's bigger than your body?
I mean, it's the same style of sword. It's just
you got another,
better materials.
You got another fucking... You got a real fucking sword?
I did get a real sword.
You got a fucking real sword?
I was spiraling, okay?
Yeah.
You know how sometimes
Where is it?
It's under the bed.
That's...
in case I need it.
Right.
Because the doors don't lock. And I don't think I'm allowed to install a lock. So, my basic idea is like if I'm in here jacking off and someone opens the door and sees my dick.
You're not even trained in the way of that sword, though.
A little bit. I mean, I took Tang Sudo. I remember some of the moves.
That's true.
Yeah, so I swung around one of those little bamboo guys, and I'm sure this is exactly the same. So, I sharpened it extremely sharp.
You had a secret sword?
I have a secret sword. It's very sharp.
Brendan, you've sharpened the sword?
I have sharpened the sword.
How did you do that in secret? Did you wait till everyone was asleep?
No, I did it in here. I just, I just, I made sure the blinds were closed because I didn't want the across the neighbors to see me like swinging around a sharpened sword.
You were swinging it around.
I was swinging it around, which this is kind of a small room, so I had to be. I hit some. Let's just say there's a cardboard box that is no longer alive.
What the fuck, dude?
You never throw a little cardboard box in the air?
No,
and
I
try
absolutely have. I've told you the story. We cut up a box of Triscuits, but it was a communal thing, and people knew what we were doing. It was not a secret ritual that we made a concerted effort to hide from the rest of the house.
I have been, I will say, dropping breadcrumbs about the sword. I've mentioned my second sword several times.
Brendan, just fucking tell people about the sword. Why does it have to be a mystery that they have to figure out?
Well, who do I tell? Do I go and make it an announcement at
Yeah,
work
you should have a
tomorrow?
house meeting just so that people are aware that you've gotten a second sword. Because, Brendan, anytime you bring a new weapon in the house and sharpen it to make it more dangerous, people should know that that's in the house. That's responsible weapon ownership.
I can see that point.
Yeah, you should see that a little bit.
But, this is, I got the sword when I decided that my brain was not strong enough to own a gun. So
you compromised.
I compromised,
Dad said no, so you went to Mom.
Well, my basic thinking was that if society collapses to the point where a weapon would be necessary,
Yes.
there's no one going to be stopping me from walking around with a sword.
Right, sword is better than... I agree, sword's better than nothing.
Mm-hmm. It's better than nothing. And, if things get that bad, I'll find a gun, like in a video game.
Yeah, I
assume...
Maybe you will. I can't even find change on the ground. So I have a feeling that people are really going to be holding on to their resources.
That's true, but I've kind of, on this podcast, we like to envision the apocalypse.
Yeah.
And I like to imagine myself slowly finding a series of upgraded guns,
Right.
that suit the task at hand throughout the various levels.
Are you going to paint yours like Fortnite? Are you going to have a fucking hot pink gun in the apocalypse?
I'm going to paint my gun, but I'm going to do it like fucking like Full Metal Jacket, or I'm doing weird graffiti.
Fuck yes.
Like I want an AR-15 that just says crime on it. No. Here's what I want. I want AR-15, and it has ha 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 written all over it, like the Joker.
Just like the Joker.
And then I'm dressed like the Joker
In the apocalypse.
in the apocalypse.
Your clothes are going to get dirty so fast.
They're gonna get dirty, but I'm gonna be like I'll be like steampunk Joker or something.
You will. But you'll look like the Joker for like 2 days, and then the sands... People are
And
just
then
gonna-
they'll be like, isn't that sad that that transgender pimp is sick?
Yeah, the collapse really left some people behind.
It's like one day into like a minor earthquake.
You're already just like covered in dirt.
Yeah. Yeah, there's like a wildfire, and like they're considering evacuating my neighborhood, and I just run outside in full Joker.
Yeah, it's funny. We talk about the apocalypse a lot, and it's all doom and gloom. But rarely do we really consider the customization options, which I think will be.
Oh, there's going to be a lot of gear.
There's going to be so much gear, dude. I can't wait for apocalypse loot crates.
Yeah.
I can't wait to get my fucking.
I can't wait for team chat.
Yeah, I cannot wait.
I run outside and I'm trying to bust open a crate with a crowbar to see if there's medicine inside. Someone just calls me the N-word and kills me.
Dude, I can't wait for people to update the leaderboards every day, just like manually with red paint on a collapsed, just like a collapsed advertising billboard.
Yeah, your kill-death ratio. Everyone's death is 1 or 0.
That's so funny. Yeah, that's gonna be
Hell yeah!
fucking tight.
I can't wait for the online irony apocalypse.
Well, that's that's literally the apocalypse that we're headed to.
Yeah, that's the martial law that we're headed towards.
Even if you just like look at the fucking like all the mass shootings, all the big mass shootings have literally been like irony shootings. Like all the big ones they've been like doing jokes as they gun people down.
Yeah,
They've been
yeah.
doing, like
Doing
slurs.
fucking anime poses.
Just, yeah,
and
yeah,
shit.
dude. They've been like people are just. I can't wait for the next school, like big school shooter to get gunned down mid Naruto run. He's just gonna go
Mid-Naruto
down.
run.
He's gonna go down belly first, arms behind him.
I want to see a school shooting where instead of a gun, the guy's just throwing cards like Gambit,
Yeah, yeah, dude.
taking off people's heads.
I'm amazed that like has anybody dabbed post shooting? Has anybody like
Yeah, has anyone done Fortnite dances?
Yeah, has anybody flossed like as the SWAT team closes in?
Some guy's doing the Carlton as he gets sniped from a helicopter.
His last words are "Turn this into a GIF." Yeah, dude.
Damn.
I don't know. Like, that'll happen like in 2 years.
It's yeah,
Like,
for
watch us
sure.
literally fucking predict. Well, what are you gonna do?
Mm-hmm.
People are too online.
Yeah, you know.
The only reasons you should ever get online are to listen to this podcast and I don't know, order food. There's not really many good reasons to be online anymore. People are online, but like as I unplug more and more, I'm just like, how the fuck do people do that? Like, it's weird that I did this. We've circled around this a lot.
Yeah,
But
yeah. With just like getting addicted to fucking social media.
the
and shit.
triangle of apps, as
The
you put it,
damn triangle.
and anything that's a triangle, I'm fucking suspicious of.
The Bermuda Triangle.
It's never good. That thing that Jay-Z does in the pictures.
Yeah.
And I was
a woman's pussy is kind of shaped like a triangle.
They call it the triangle.
the pubis, you know.
And it's a treacherous place.
I'm not saying it's all bad, but you
But-
can run into some trouble in there.
Many ships have been lost.
Mm-hmm.
To the pink triangle, dude.
Yeah.
Didn't we?
Sometimes when I go in the pussy, sometimes I get so lost. It's like in the original Pokemon games where you have to have the escape rope that takes you out.
I don't even remember that.
No?
You have to have rope that fishes you out of the pussy?
Yeah, because you get lost in the damn cave.
I didn't know you were getting that kind of depth in the pussy.
Well, you know, I climb my entire body in there because I'm small.
That sucks
Yeah.
for her.
Here's how I fuck. I'm very little, but I have a huge dick. So huge that it's not actually practical or pleasurable in any way.
Right.
So what I do is I climb my entire body except the dick
Oh, you reverse
inside.
fuck her.
I reverse fuck her, and then, you know, we just kind of chill. That's what we like.
You just soak like you're a Jewish married couple.
Well, I refer to it as being unborn.
I really would. If I told you, I really want to make you take acid and then push you through like couch pillows, so you think that you're being born again.
I just scream. I don't think any scenario where I trip is going to be good.
I'm pushing you through those pillows. I think.
Well,
that
can
if
we
you-
try it be sober first?
Also, we couldn't replicate because to truly replicate your birth, we'd have to fly your sister out here.
Yeah, we'd have
She'd
to.
have to go through the pillows with you.
I don't think she'd want to do that.
Um,
We'd
yeah,
fly her
definitely
out
not.
here.
You don't tell her why she's coming out. She's like, yeah, I
She's
just
just
wanted
like,
to see
yay,
you."
Hollywood, we get to go to Disney.
And you're like, but first,
But first, we
have
must
to-
enter hell because Nick thought of a bit he wanted to do.
not a bit. I think it's going to be transformative for your body and soul. I do think you should.
Yes, the dark shaman.
I do think you should do mushrooms with me and Tom. We'd be so nice to you.
I don't think Tom wants to do drugs.
Oh no, Tom's not going to do mushrooms.
He's just going to hang out.
Yeah, we love the idea of guiding you.
But I would feel like I betrayed Tom as a fellow
Okay.
12-stepper.
I'll do mushrooms. You talked me into it.
So you're going to do and then how do me and Tom factor into this?
No. You're going to do the mushrooms, and I'll guide. If I do mushrooms too, me guiding you might fall apart pretty quickly.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah, because I'll do way more than you do.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I'll do a lot.
It'll be the equivalent of like you're the lifeguard and then I just look out and you are swimming to the other coast. I'm just on like a boogie board, like, oh no.
Or like
The jellyfish circling.
it's the equivalent of like I'm the lifeguard, you swim, and I'm like, Brendan, I got you. And suddenly you look back and I'm just right next to you in the water. I'm like, do you think there are sharks out here?
Yeah, that is my fear. Because, I mean, you know my anxiety triggers.
Yeah, I wouldn't
very well.
I wouldn't do that. I would not do any of that to you. If you were on mushrooms, I wouldn't do that. Tom and I had a whole conversation about taking care of you while you're on mushrooms. Because I think
Sometimes
I think it would be
I
good.
question the number of conversations you and Tom have about me.
We have a lot about it. We talked about you a lot yesterday. It was great.
What else
not-
did you conclude?
We just you're an interesting subject. Mm-hmm. There's so much to observe.
Go on.
No, I don't. No, listen. These are conversations I had with my boy.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. This isn't for me.
Absolutely not.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, it was fine.
Yeah.
We think it'd be fun to take care of you.
I do like being taken care of.
Yeah, and you're going to love being taken care of as your ego is dissolving. You're going to need someone to take care of you as you return to the primordial goo.
But my ego, it's all I have.
Brendan, that's what you fucking think, dude.
But I need it.
Brendan,
Without it,
look at me. A man who has no ego at all. Look at how, I got rid of my ego you wouldn't think that I did.
you're right, I do not think
I got rid of my ego a long time ago, and things have been great since.
Ah, yes. Nick. The famously non-vain man with a low opinion of himself.
I mean, look, it comes and goes.
Yeah. Certainly. Like all things.
We're going to make you do drugs. You're going to love it. It's not your choice anymore. Just accept it.
Do I get to choose when it happens?
No way. You're just going to wake up.
I guess that's better.
Yeah, it's so much better, dude. You're going to you're going to wake up to me shoving something down your throat going, "This is happening."
Can it at least not be a work day?
I don't know. That's up to the mushrooms.
Damn.
Sorry, buddy. No, it'll be fine. We're going to figure out a day to do it.
This really doesn't seem like my
Oh,
I have any control over this anymore.
Look. Whatever. We're going to
What if I don't come back?
it's mushrooms, you'll come back. It's not like LSD.
Wait, LSD, you might not come back?
Because you don't really know what you're getting. I mean, I get so many times. The amount of times I've done actual LSD is so low compared to the amount of times that I've done like research chemicals that just like approximate LSD, but you don't really know what you're doing. But every time I do pure LSD, I'm like, oh, I definitely wasn't doing LSD those other times. Like,
Damn. Okay, that makes sense because you watch like Grateful Dead documentaries and you're like, how do these people speak English if they did acid every day? And it's like, oh, they did an acid that no longer exists.
it does exist. It's hard. I think a lot of it was in like Pennsylvania, Philly or Pennsylvania or something. And there was like a huge acid bust where like the majority of the acid in the country was coming from. They busted an acid lab, and like since then it's been hard to find. But no, you get to a point where like when you do a shitload of acid for the first 3 hours, you're just on your ass, just like, what am I? How do I talk? Am I in this room? Can people hear what I'm thinking? And then you get to a point where like you acclimate, where like yes, everything is still melting, but you're like, yeah, I know. And then you're able to. Then you can like, I don't know if I could perform music. But then you can at least kind of talk to people. But mushrooms aren't like that. Mushrooms are. They grow on the ground.
Yeah, well, it's hard to argue with that.
Have you ever?
They do, in fact, grow on the ground.
Think of nothing bad has ever come from the ground. Don't think about it.
Uranium.
Nope.
Spooky temples with curses in them.
That didn't come from. It's on the ground.
Okay.
'Cause it has to be somewhere, but it didn't come from the ground. I guess scorpions do come out of the ground.
Yeah.
And poison ivy.
I've stepped on shit before. That was on the ground.
Yeah, that's true. Didn't come out of the ground though.
I guess. Well, who's to say? You know.
No, I know this argument falls. I mean, the argument with weed that it comes from the ground is pure retardation.
Especially with like what they've done to it now, where it's like, oh no, this is not how it's coming out of the ground.
It's not from the ground at all, dude. I smoked that fucking I smoked that predominantly CBD. It still had some THC in it, but like the CBD THC weed with Tim and Kelly after the shoot last weekend. So nice. I was able to just like kind of smoke weed a little bit. And not immediately.
You mean like high school?
Yeah, just like high school.
Like back wow.
God.
And you didn't sit in bed reading old Facebook messages and
Did you do that?
that's what I do when I smoke sometimes. I just like read old messages and I'm like, I'm an idiot. I would say this.
To who? Just like girls?
Just girls, anyone.
Oh, dude, some of my Facebook messages.
Tindering stoned is dark.
Oh, you should not do. Why are you doing that? You should
I
not
don't
be doing
know.
that.
Yeah. I don't know why my instinct when I'm stoned is like, how can I face rejection?
I mean, I think I know why. Because that's your Tom and I were talking about this yesterday. It's your greatest fear. It's the thing that you're always tensed against.
Mm-hmm.
So, like,
is being rejected.
Is being rejected. I think maybe you're trying to do work on yourself.
It could be. Yeah, because I mean, like the reason why I love drinking so much is because it closes the doors of perception, closes them right up. And
you're the opposite of Aldous Huxley. Where like, when he died, they were like giving him LSD in an IV when he died, so that it was in an essay called like The Most Beautiful Death. I think his wife wrote it. If you were dying, you would just be like, please just pour rum down my throat.
Whiskey.
Yeah, pour whiskey, pour any hard liquor. As I'm dying of cancer, make me blind drunk.
Yeah, but give it to me like acid. Give it to me like
just into your veins,
just into my veins. Eyedropper it in my fucking pupils. Fucking just soak paper in it.
Soak. Give me a cigarette soaked in whiskey. It just immediately lights on fire. And you just burn your face off.
I just die. Yeah, yeah. That is what I want. You know,
really.
Yeah, wow. I want my brain deadened. And I want my lungs blackened. That is what I want more than anything. And this is why I can only lead a clean, pure life.
That's nuts that you just want to be dead.
I don't... I guess that's what I'm describing.
That's totally the opposite of what your brain is supposed to want. Your brain is supposed to do everything... supposed to do everything to prevent that.
Yeah, I guess my brain... Yeah, the human brain has evolved for millions and millions of years to not want to die.
Yeah.
To every choice that you make is supposed to bring you to further life.
I would love to see an X-ray of your skull. Doctor be like, "Oh, this boy's got a fucking backwards brain. It's all topsy turvy in there.
It's just in backwards.
Up is
Like, well, there's your problem.
Yeah, twist it around. Up is down, down is up. What a fucking moron.
You twist it around, I just get taller.
He's like, wait a minute. You want to be dead? Well, that's all wrong. You fucking idiot.
They take my brain out, fucking you rub it on your shirt, spit on it, put it back in the other way. It's like when the batteries aren't the right way in your Game Boy.
Yeah. You've got the wrong contact points.
Yeah.
And you're just like, thank you. God.
I just start whistling.
Oh, that's much better. Mm-hmm. Time to undo the past 27... Boy, I sure was making a lot of mistakes. Mm-hmm. Time to undo the past 27 years.
Yeah. You ever try to make a list of decisions you made correctly?
I have done this.
Boy, is it tough.
It's well... But what you have to realize is that some of your poor decisions might have, sliding doors got you on track for better things. Because it's almost like if I had made the good decisions earlier in life... I would just have a fucking desk job. I would be working at a company right now.
God,
if I had
what
made
a
too
dream.
many good decisions. No, stop. I would much rather be the train hopping hobo that I am.
Mm-hmm. We got to get you on a train.
I mean, I get on trains every day. I've just started fully jumping the turnstiles at the.
Oh, so you're train hopping, but it's like.
It's like an urban.
It's well, you're talking about the subway.
Yeah,
you're not talking about just riding the roads.
Literally every. I just don't want to. The metros. I should be paying for the metro. Sometimes I pay for the metro, and then sometimes I'm just broke waiting for a paycheck, so I just hop the turnstile. Mm-hmm. But what happens now is they've got cops and stuff that come on the train, and they're like, all right, everybody get their cards, get your cards out because we're gonna scan and make sure that you've got train fare, and that's when I gotta be like, oh boy. So
What happens if they catch you?
I make a point to sit at the front of the cars because they usually start in the back. And if I see them come through the front, then I just get off the train. But so anytime I even want to like come up to Burbank, I got to do, it's a little bit of like a Mission Impossible thing where I have to like strategically get on and off of trains and like look over my shoulders and duck and hide. It's really fun.
It does sound fun.
It's kind of my life is kind of a blast.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, in many ways, you have gamified every aspect of your existence.
It's
where
true.
you wake up and you're like, what am I going to eat today?
That was literally
Now I have a quest.
That was literally today. I was like, I've got to find change for groceries, so I have to go on like a fetch quest before I'm able to get the chicken that I can use for a fucking potion later.
Yeah, you're like, go out into the woods and collect 8 cans to turn in to buy eggs.
Ramen.
Mm-hmm. You got to get yourself a fucking chicken, dude. I see your neighborhood. You could raise chickens. No one would get mad.
Dude, there's a chicken.
When I was pulling up to your house to pick you up just now, I almost ran over a guy in a sombrero.
Yeah. It's cartoonishly Mexican.
I bet if you showed someone in Mexico a photo of your neighborhood, they'd be like, Jesus Christ, that's
Holy
pretty
shit.
Mexican. Come on, guys.
There's a guy on my street who I guess presumably he got kicked out of his house like 2 weeks ago, but in protest, did I talk about this on here?
No.
Oh, okay. In protest, he's just like set up camp on the curb, like literally right in front of his house, like a foot away from the gate. And he's got all of his stuff, and he's just like sitting there. He goes and gets like sodas from 7-Eleven. And he's like sits on the curb getting sodas. And this person who I presume is his son or his nephew will like come out and talk to him over the fence in Spanish. So I don't understand. I assume what he's saying is you have to leave.
Papa.
Papa, please leave. But I mean, like,
please leave, Father. We
please
don't
leave,
want
Father.
you here.
But the guy's on the fucking sidewalk, technically, fair game, play ball. You know what I mean? So he's just like,
yeah, famously, there's no law against living on the sidewalk.
nobody owns the sidewalk. Yeah, and he's just been passive aggressively like,
In L.A., the
Sleeping
sidewalk, international waters.
oh, you can do crimes there.
You can do crimes there. You can sell unlicensed meats with
Yeah.
no inspection.
Yeah, dude, I love the unlicensed meats.
I think it's funny how, like, if you go around the Hollywood Bowl, they have signs up that say, like, no vending.
no vent. Yeah,
But they say it only in Spanish.
Only in Spanish,
They don't
yeah.
even say it in English and Spanish. They're just like, we know the problem.
it's fucked up. It's very fucked up. I've never even seen vendors there though. I've just seen those signs.
I saw them when I was coming out of Grateful Dead. Everyone's like, you know who wants sausages is people who have been tripping. Those people want a hot fucking
Dude,
dog.
that's the last. If I'm tripping, the last thing I want to think about is what a sausage is.
Mm-hmm. Oh, God.
It's not even one. It's not. It's like, it's so much shit in there, and a lot of it's spider legs.
Oh, yeah. It's like 85% spider legs, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, the amount of spider legs they're allowed to have.
The rest is like that old like meat ad from the 20s. Have you ever seen the one of like the pig carving itself while smiling?
No. What the fuck?
Something like did you had friends in high school who like all their profile pics would be like obscure like
Yes.
images that they found to be like, I'm very interesting.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
know those people.
Mm-hmm.
So that was where
I was one of those people
Oh,
also.
you were one of those people. I thought that you had a friend like that.
Well, I mean, that I had a friend like that, and that's where I saw that picture. But you know, I was also one of those guys where I was like, instead of having a photo of me on there, I'm gonna have a photo of something fucking weird.
Do you know what's
so
funny?
that girls think I'm hot.
I did that too, but I did it wrong. Where like I was trying to be so. I also just like I didn't know how to be funny, but I was trying to be so ahead of the curve. Where it would be shit like. Wouldn't it be funny? Like for a long time, my banner on Facebook was an image from The Sweet Life of Zach and Cody because I was like, wouldn't it be funny if I liked The Sweet Life of Zach and Cody?
Yeah, but the girls in your high school are just like, Nick's a gay retard. Nick's a complete loser.
He's a total idiot. For a year, the banner on my Facebook was just this bad. I don't even remember like how the fuck I searched it. It's not like it was even a popular image. It was like this shitty painting that a guy did of if Dracula was black. Just like it looked like if Alonzo Bodden was a vampire, and I just made that my profile picture my banner with no explanation.
I think I remember this. I think
Yeah.
you and I were doing this around the same time. I remember setting my cover photo to like one of the bumps from like super old Adult Swim, and
Yeah.
only you commenting, "Nice."
Yeah, dude, I did the same thing. I would do that. I think that for oh man, so stupid. I was really trying to cultivate my identity, and nobody gave a shit at all. Yeah, because then eventually I put a. I'm not going to say what I did. Never mind.
No, then that became a thing. Everyone's bio is like an out of context screen grab of a show with like the subtitles on.
I remember when my bio was 11 quotes from Patton Oswalt. Just like 11 separate quotes that I thought were cool. It's like you cannot be putting that.
I'm imagining what some of those quotes might be. No, we shouldn't do this. Never mind.
No.
Change of course.
No, I get it. No, they were just corny as fuck. They were all these mission statements about like, literally like they like I think 3 of them literally name checked alternative comedy because I was like alternative comedy is my mission statement.
Yeah, before we knew how to write jokes.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm not shitting that era of like alternative comedy. Like I watch like Patton and like like Live at the Purple Onion and stuff, and I'm like I saw Maria Bamford a couple weeks ago at the
But she was awesome.
hot dog show, and fucking great. But like what we were doing then was not alternative comedy.
I mean,
what you and I.
nothing is crazier than somebody like, especially an open micer, declaring, "I am an alternative comic and I aim to do." Like, dude, there was specifically there. It's funny
Having never gone to a comedy club.
never. Yeah. There was a comedian in. I'm not going to name drop him. I don't know if he still does the joke, but there was a comedian in Baltimore. He does a joke where the setup is, "I am an alternative comic." Like that's how he starts the joke, which is weird because if you've ever seen this guy, he's the most straightforward setup punchline, like, and genuinely writes good jokes, but for some reason thinks he is an alternative comic and like proclaims himself to be one, like goes out of his way to do it. It's fucking weird.
It is weird.
Maybe he just I don't know. I mean, it must mean something different to him, but
Well, we should have him on
no,
to fucking defend himself.
I don't want to.
But yeah, man, what fucking losers we were.
Oh, I was a complete idiot. And when I look back at like,
What do you think we're going to look back about us now and be like, fuck?
there's always something. Here's the thing.
We're just
There's
gonna-
always fucking something.
Just look back at 50 hours of a podcast, like, what were we thinking?
Yeah, this is the last episode that we ever released. Also, shit, this is our year anniversary, I just realized.
Huh.
We should have made a fucking to-do about it.
We should have had a cake.
We should have. This is a 50-second episode. We've been doing this for 52 weeks.
Damn. No, wait. This is... Oh, yeah, because we're counting the one that got deleted because...
Yes, because
the
somebody
guest
didn't want to be affiliated with us
the
anymore.
guest regretted being on the podcast.
It's a good episode. She regretted it for like personal reasons.
Yeah.
It was a
She
very...
regretted it just because she no longer likes you or me.
Yeah. Which is fine. Hey,
You know,
there's the thing.
I like me.
Whenever somebody says, "I don't like you," I'm like, honestly, I see it. I'm like, I get it. I'm this close to being right there with you.
Catch me on a good day. I'll lead the fucking charge, man.
But, yeah, fucking our year, dude.
Twitter is like, is Nick canceling himself?
Sometimes, do you remember when there was like a period where I was genuinely like, should I cancel myself? I'm like, have I been a bad person?
And I'm like, no, what are you
Stop
talking about?
doing that. I like, sometimes I just get this weird, like almost like religious guilt where I'm just like, I'm not a good person. I do bad things to people.
It's the equivalent of like when you're at the top of a tall building and something in you tells you to jump, even like just instinctively.
Yeah, like grabbing a cop's gun.
Yeah, like grabbing a cop's gun, but it's you with your career.
Yeah.
Like, should I grab the cop's gun and just tweet the N-word? Tweet the N-word and tag the president. See if you can get Donald Trump to retweet you saying the N-word.
He would just be like, very cool. Yeah, man, I don't know. Like,
I will be looking into this.
I will be looking into this.
I will be looking into this thing I like.
But it's fucking. Oh fuck, where was I going? Talking about being a bad person, canceling myself. Fuck, I was on a track. I can't remember. Look at how angry I just got at myself. That's just going on inside all the time.
Damn.
Not good.
just imagine how bad it would be if you hadn't shed your ego completely with drugs.
Well, I am a being of pure light. Thankfully.
Imagining, like, you drop acid, your spirit leaves your body, you ascend to the heavens and float with angels, and you're just like, fuck, why didn't I word that correctly in that joke?
Exactly. Yes. Correct. Dude, it sucks that, like, it sucks to know that this is me when all my chakras are aligned. Like, I truly, like, there's not... I'm like, oh, I am...
This is peak form, Nick.
I am confirmed a piece of shit. If this is me at, like, my most actualized.
This is you, 9 hours of sleep, getting enough water,
Oh, yeah,
working
fully
out.
hydrated.
And you're still just showing up like, fuck.
Fucking idiot. I am a fucking...
Just looking around your neighborhood, there's fucking feral dogs everywhere.
Well, I like the feral dogs. The feral dogs bring me a lot of peace.
Damn, I gotta scoop up one of those dogs. No one would know.
Literally no
I
one
bet they're
would
good
know.
boys.
Oh, Brandon, they're great boys. Because they haven't... The love that you would give them... I don't want to fucking make you weep here, but the love that you would give these feral dogs would just completely blow their minds. They wouldn't know what to do.
It would be like that pimp book that Chappelle talks about, where like they've been so beaten down that when I
Brendan, you want to pimp out these dogs?
no, not sexually, just emotionally, you know, like they're beaten down, and I didn't do it, life did, you know, the streets, you know, it's like. I guess I'm talking about negging. So the dogs have been negged by the damn streets.
The dogs?
Yeah, the dogs are, you know, they're mangy. They don't get enough food. You know, they have to fight for scraps. And then I say, boys, come in. It's warm. I have food on purpose for you. And then 100 dogs follow me into my home. And they're the goodest boys.
Brendan, you are this close. Like, you're walking such a line of being earnest and like, who's a boop ass pupper? You walk such a line of like being into Doge and liking puppers and snoots and whatever the fuck that shit is.
For sure. Sometimes at work, and this may just because I am perilously depressed.
Oh, you watch videos of dogs?
Not watching videos of dogs, just at work. People will bring in their dogs, which you're not supposed to do. There's a sign, but I will never enforce that rule because it is tyranny and I want the dogs there. But they bring in their dogs. Also, it's fucking actors. You're not going to tell them what to do.
Yeah.
They don't listen to you.
Dude, I love this. Like, there's so many like videos. I'll watch like dog videos. I'll get addicted to them. You know, do you ever do this?
No, go on.
Okay. Like, do you ever watch like the dodo?
No.
Because I'll just start going down rabbit... Oh, fuck, what the fuck? Where the fuck? Oh, yeah. I've been going down these rabbit holes, like, on Facebook. Where, like, have you ever seen these videos where it's, like, this 80-year-old woman produced breast milk for the first time in 60 years to nurse this kitten back to life?
What?
Yeah, no. Not literally that. It's always like a fucking old woman and, like, a donkey who's, her mom died in a fire. And then, like... Anyway, the point... Here's what I'm getting at.
Oh, those, like feel-good videos for, like, moms.
But they're really for me. Because I figured out how to make myself cry again. And it's watch orphaned animals.
Figure out how to make yourself cry again.
Well, I have not cried in a really, really long time. Mm-hmm. And I figured out how to do it again.
Well, that's exciting.
Yeah, I've been crying like a fucking baby watching these animals that don't have mamas be welcomed into
How
homes.
often do you do this?
I've been doing it every day.
You've been crying every day?
I've been sneaking it at work. No, I haven't been crying every day, but I've been reaching the threshold. It's like I've been doing like...
So you're cry edging, where like you get close and you're like, ooh, that's good. Better save that.
I like to think of it as like reps, but sure.
So you get to the verge of crying and then you stop. So then you just have that cry glow as you go about your day.
Yeah, just like misty-eyed. It's no, I'm not kidding. It's something that I haven't been in touch with in a long time. But it only happens when there's a sick animal. Like
because it's the only thing that you value.
Because I've watched so much
animal life.
Because I've watched so much Live Leak that I'm just like, well, that's all just funny. That's just a hoot. I don't know. What else would fucking make me cry?
I don't know, dude.
I guess there are literally some...
Yeah, I guess like... Yeah. I mean, you're right, because, like, imagine if we were responding to the things that happened to us on just, like, a baseline, like, well-calibrated emotional level. Oh, no, that could not do.
Imagine, I mean, sometimes we wander into that territory, like when there are people over the house and we deeply miscalculate. We deeply misread the room. We start putting on Denny's fights.
Because we put on Denny's fights and supercuts of children getting life sentences.
Yeah, because I guess the measured reaction to that, like, because then...
Because, I mean, you put on Denny's fights, and then the algorithm kicks in, and you are in deep racist territory by, like, 3 videos in.
I know. Well, it's just awful, because, like, you think, like, when you think of, like, what's a universally good time? Denny's fights. Halloween Denny's fights, right? And then the rest of the room...
Look, she's dressed like a bumblebee, and she's throwing the eggs.
Yeah. And then the rest of the room is just like, oh my God, that's awful. And you're like, what are you talking about? Why are you guys ruining the fun?
Guys, do you want to watch a 3-hour live stream of a fat gay man finding a dead body? Look at him. He's smoking. He's a character.
Dude, when Dan Bell smokes, it's so cinematic. I took when did you see there was a part in that live stream where they're just it's just them three in the car. It's framed perfectly, and the tops of their faces are illuminated by the flashing police lights. It looks like something out of an S. Craig Zoller movie. It
was beautiful.
I took a screen cap of it and I put it on my Instagram story as one perfect shot. It's so good. If you what we're talking about, if you guys, Dan Bell is this guy. He films dead malls, which is like it's how I follow. I watched this big fat gay man from Baltimore, just like walk through malls that nobody's in and like narrate.
Mm-hmm. I love when you get in autism holes on YouTube. Like for a while, it's just different elevators.
Yeah. That Tom got me on the elevator kick. Yeah, there was literally an autistic guy who was just like he made it. He was like, I'm gonna stand in every elevator in Northern Virginia. Which is a sick life goal to have.
It's a sick life goal, but also like more entertaining than you'd expect because I didn't realize how old a lot of elevators are.
Dude, when he goes on, anytime I see a freight elevator in the thumbnail, I'm like, jack me in. I'm fucking ready. Freight elevators are sick.
Mm-hmm. They make a fucking sound.
Yeah. But Dan Bell, the guy who does Dead Malls, he's been branching out into just like going to Leakin Park, which is like the body dump capital of Baltimore, and he's just going there at like 3 a.m. But then every time like they encounter a dead body, he's like, God damn it, why does this fucking shit always happen to me? When I come to Leakin Park at 3 a.m., it's like, damn, what did you expect?
I'm imagining he's just like trying to cruise and he doesn't understand it's not the right park. He's like, Leakin Park, all right. I hear you. I hear you.
I love when stuff gets leaky. But yeah, that shit.
He's jacking off and he looks down. He just sees a dead body. He's like,
fuck, God fucking damn it.
Throws the cigarette like up into his mouth, all like he flicks it all beautifully.
The dude has such a cinematic face.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I think
I wish that my beard looked like when my beard grows out, it just looks real like Central PA, fucking like just like hillbilly kind of shit. But like Dan Bell's like not like a kempt beard.
No,
just like an unkempt, dirty, but like a menacing, like a villainous beard.
Dan Bell is like he's a hot fat guy.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh, he's the good looking guy. Like you just don't it's weird that it takes a minute for my brain to like understand that. Maybe that shows my own prejudice against the fats, but whatever. Stay away from me, you know. But I think that like I've been trying to examine because I've really been re-examining all the time that I spent like in malls. Like, cause I just tweeted a little story about this. How I used to I worked at multiple kiosks and I had to like do inventory like on Thursdays, sometimes till like half past midnight, and they would just like shut the lights off on me while I was in the mall, like counting all the invisible shields in our Zag kiosk, and it is a feeling that I yearn for. I don't know why. Like something about empty malls, I'm just like, I'm home.
Oh, being in like a big, empty, closed place.
It's great.
Yeah. Dude, you want a fucking heightened version of this.
Mm-hmm.
When I was a kid, I would go to theater camp at the Fulton Opera House, which is
I am rock hard already.
It's the oldest continuous running theater in America. It's like 200 years old. Built on, and like the beams and everything. When you're in the green room, you're in what was a prison where a bunch of Native Americans were slaughtered. Like they were waiting to be tried, and the town people broke in and killed them because they didn't want them to get a trial. So
that's so fucked. It's not like the trial would have been fair anyway. Like,
I know.
the town people
Were
were
like, don't let them have their day in court.
there was somebody like, look, let's just cut out the middleman. We know where this is going.
Yeah, so they broke in, shot them all, and then they were like, they're like, well, we need to build a theater. Should we tear it down or perhaps build it anywhere else? And they said, no, just build it on top of that. And
you were fucking, you spent the night in an Indian, essentially an Indian like battlefield.
I didn't spend the night there, but like, you would go. I did some camps there, and then I was in one like real show there. They did a production of The Jungle Book, but not the Disney one. Someone wrote like their own version based off Rudyard Kipling that was all dark and fucked up.
Yeah.
But they didn't market it that way, so people just showed up wanting The Jungle Book, and then they're watching like dogs fighting wolves.
What the fuck?
Yeah. And I played young Mowgli in it, so they would just leave me back there. And very spooky, you know?
I mean, it's sick that you were young Mowgli, though.
I was young Mowgli. That was
That's
pretty
awesome.
sick.
You are not. That's actually fucked up.
Yeah,
you were
you know.
Mowgli.
I don't think they would do it that way now. But
Definitely not.
You know. Man, back then, just all bets were off with, like, theater, especially high school theater. Like, I saw a production of, like, The King and I, all white people.
Yeah.
Just little children pretending to be Siamese.
The movie is all white people, right? Like,
I believe so, yeah.
I mean, that's just the way things were until, like, 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
It is crazy how, like, you forget that they did blackface on Scrubs in, like, 2005 or something?
Yeah.
Fucking insane.
Yeah, I wonder how, like, we did fucking, in high school, we did Peter Pan, and, there's a lot of, like, Indians in Peter Pan.
Yeah.
So all the Indians were just girls, and the lead Indian was my friend Leah, who's Japanese.
Mm-hmm.
They were like, good
Well,
enough.
I mean...
And then, and then all the boys, we were pirates. But then some of the pirate costumes, they're like, all right, like this one kid, they're like, all right, you're going to be a pirate and Chinese.
That's insane. Wait, why did they made him Chinese, or he was Chinese?
No, he was white, but they were just like, one of the pirates needs to be Chinese.
How did they make him Chinese?
They gave him like a Fu Manchu mustache, like a funny hat.
Oh, I feel like I remember something like that happening in my elementary, middle school, too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the mustache is the least offensive way to make somebody Chinese. I was like, what, did they tape his eyes or give him like false teeth?
I don't think they taped his eyes.
Okay, good. That would be fucking insane. Yeah, man, I'm like, what the fuck was the, we had one. I'm trying to remember. They wouldn't let me, I was a good actor, and they wouldn't let me act in a lot of the plays. Because it was all just, especially in elementary school.
Too much politics.
Dude, there was a fuckload of politics in our elementary school plays.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I only had one line. I delivered the fuck out. It was we did Beauty and the Beast. I was one of Maleficent's minions.
Damn.
My line was, and all the cradles. And I said it way...
Oh, that was it?
That was my only line, and I belted it out. I said it way louder than the... This is also as I was making a table. So, like, literally, my role in the play was, like, Maleficent had all these little minions, and they just dressed us up like we were the Backstreet Boys for some reason. Not a lot of thought put into this play at all. And so our thing was we were supposed to, like, go... Also, we did get, like... We literally got, like, killed at the end of the play. We're, like, we're all 9, and the play ends with everybody in Sleeping Beauty's kingdom stabbing wooden swords through us, and then us, like, holding them in our arms and, like, falling downstairs. So, like, parents just, like, watch their kids get, like, pretend slaughtered at the end of the thing.
Well, that's fun.
But my role in the thing, I was one of her minions, and I had to like turn my body into like a table for her to like put her feet on as she like sat in a chair. So I'm just getting dommed by like this fat 5th grade girl. Just like screaming my line in an effort to be recognized.
That rules.
So stupid.
Yeah. Did I ever tell you about the role I played senior year?
No.
So I played the baker in Into the Woods, which for the theater fans listening is the only musical where the lead is a small cock. So really, that was it for me.
The role you were born to play.
I'm a tiny man in funny little pants, and my wife fucks the prince and then dies, and then I have to raise our baby.
Holy shit. That sucks.
Yeah.
I guess I didn't
So,
know.
they I like to think that, they were casting, they were trying to figure out what musical to do, and they're like, well, Brendan is a once-in-a-lifetime talent, but he's such a unique type. How are we going to... And then they just watched every musical, and they're like, where's a small cuck? There's got to be a leading man, tiny cuck in one of these goddamn musicals.
Have you ever heard of a Rodriguez list?
No, what is it?
It's this. I read it. I learned about it in like some film class that I took at community college, where it's like Robert Rodriguez makes movies based around lists of things that he already has. So they just looked at you and they're like, all right, work backwards from that.
They just saw me being cucked.
They're like, we got to use that fucking thing, whatever that is. Like,
Yeah, that's production value right there, because they're going to be like, wow, how did you find a small cock?
oh fuck,
All right, we're about.
that's amazing.
You want to close?
Yeah, sure.
right.
Should we plug anything?
Yeah. Yeah, we're on the Hard Times Network now, as I'm sure you know. So you can subscribe to the Patreon.
Yeah, donate to the Patreon.
Donate
for
to
Hard
the
Times.
Patreon. It supports the site, supports us. You get ad-free versions of the shows that have ads. And also, we have a Discord.
Oh yeah, join the Discord if you want to join the Discord. If you follow us on Instagram, follow us on everything. Like on Twitter, we've got the Discord pinned. It's also our last post on Instagram. And also, if you like the podcast, leave us some of those 5-star reviews and written reviews on iTunes, because we love reading those.
Oh yeah. I don't think we've asked for reviews before, but I think that's important. I think you're supposed to do that.
I definitely. I mean, I read all of them because I'm all about being very hard on myself.
Oh yeah,
and taking
you
others'
text me
criticism.
screenshots of things people tweet, and you're like,
Yeah.
"What does this mean?"
I'm like, why would he be so coded with this? What does he mean? He thinks we're a troll podcast.
All right,
guys.
all right, that's it. Bye.
See ya.
Knock, knock, open up, it's me, the crazy, shady, faded fucker, so rock the G. See a lady, make a baby, lead her on in peace. Only time I give a fuck is for my own release. That's why I own these streets. Straight up, portfolio showing growth, fuck a pay cut. Yeah, you know I stay slut. Catch me in the spot, looping up for the self-suck. Oh fuck, I busted already, I'm coming bucket so heavy. My dream of cream coming steady, now my mouth open, I'm ready. I'm talking